Welcome back to my behind the scenes of my EP, I Sin Differently. So the third song is I Hate the System, and I don't entirely remember writing it because it's been a while. It's been at least over a year, if not two. Song, I guess I'll just go by the verses because it's a little bit easier to do it that way. So the first verse, would you forgive me if I left you by yourself to get myself together for the sake of my mental health? Because I swear this time I don't know what to do, because I need something more than this to get me through. So basically this is saying, I can't do this on my own and I need help. And it's a little bit, kind of on the idea of just kind of running away from your life to figure things out, which you can't necessarily do. I mean, you can, but it probably won't get the best results. But this is basically just like a, hey, I need to get everything together. I need help. I need to go, and do this thing. But then we get to the chorus and it says, I hate the system for messing with my head. Feed me medication to numb me till I'm dead. I'm so sick of the white lies, the white noise. I feel I don't have a voice, have a choice. Pushing me through an endless void, depriving me of any joy. So in America, we have definitely come a long way when it comes to mental illness and treating it and mental health, especially if you look back. And we're actually fortunate because there are parts of the world where it's a lot worse than what we have it. So I'm definitely not complaining in that sense. But at the same time, we are not where we need to be. We need to progress even more. Just with my own experience, it's been a little bit difficult, and talking to other people, they haven't been given the right amount of treatment as well. A lot of doctors, I don't want to generalize, but I guess I'll just say from my experience and from the people I know, their experience, medication is definitely pushed. And it's not to say that medication doesn't work, because for some people it does work, and it's not something that you need to be on all the time. It could be, and different medications work for different people for a different amount of time. Some people need medication that they're on for a very long time, and then some people, just need to be on it for a little bit, and then that helps them get to a point where they can go to therapy and get through things. So I'm not saying that medication is bad. That's not really what I mean. So basically what I'm saying in that line is offering up medication as the first thing is almost a cop-out in a way, because they should be suggesting simultaneous medication and therapy if they're going to suggest medication. There's a YouTuber I watch, her name is Katie Morton, and she made a video. I don't know what it is because it's been a long time, but she was saying that she's not I don't know if it's psychologist or psychiatrist, whichever one can prescribe medicine. She is not that. So she can't prescribe medication. And she said, but she did say that she believes that the best, I'm so sorry, this is a side rant, but it is kind of necessary to understand my lyrics. And so basically she said that having medication alongside therapy is the best, because most, I guess, antidepressants, I guess we'll go with antidepressants. I know there's different things for other mental illnesses, but for the sake of this one little lyric that I am explaining so extensively, a lot of antidepressants kind of make your mood stable. So sometimes certain people, depending on your body type and different things, it can make your mood too stable that you don't really feel a lot of emotions as much. But sometimes that can help if you're, experiencing really extreme emotions, because then when you're at the stable point, you can go to talk therapy and you can talk through your issues without, experiencing really, really high emotions. And then eventually you can wean off the medication and just kind of test it out and maybe recover from there. It all depends on the person. And so that's all I'm really saying in that lyric essentially, is that, it shouldn't be something pushed on without, you know, letting all the other options be known, and, you know, different things like that. So sorry that was a long explanation, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only lyric I really want to dive into for the chorus. So the second verse: would you forgive me if I decide to change, ignore everyone and be what's called insane? Cause I can't go on being quiet and contained, cause I want to be free from all these chains. So when I say would you forgive me if I decide to change, the reason why it's in quotations is because basically, kind of my first song, I Have to Lie, a lot of people put on a front so they can, you know, seem like they're okay. But if they decide to finally just, you know, be open with their struggles and who they are, that's, to other people, it seems like you're changing. So that's why it's in quotations. So like, other people think that you've changed, but really you're just kind of being a little bit more of yourself. And then ignore everyone and be what's called insane. There's still quite a bit of mental health stigma out there. And so when you finally just kind of open up, sometimes people can think you're crazy for, you know, the things that you've struggled with, or the thoughts that you've had, or things that you've done. And you're not insane, you're just, you know, you've just gone through things. And so that's why it's in like quotations, 'cause it's just kind of, you know, what people think versus, you know, the reality of the situation. And then the bridge is, they kick me down, condemn me, so how could I ever feel okay? They push me around, dismiss me, and now I'm desperate for change. So that's kind of like, you know, different people. It depends on your situation, but the whole song is kind of just about the different kinds of people that will dismiss you for, you know, just experiencing what you've experienced. And it's really unfortunate that there is a mental health stigma, which is why, you know, I do talk about this. And the title, I Hate the System, isn't necessarily the mental health system. It can be aspects of the mental health system. It can be, you know, what hasn't worked for me, what hasn't worked for people that I know. It could also be other systems that, you know, just aren't taking in consideration mental health and things like that. So it's just kind of open up to your own interpretation. It's not to be taken like super literally, but yeah. And then in the kind of like chorus, like second chorus, I guess you could say, leading up to the final chorus, I say, I hate the system for messing with my head, feed me medication to numb me till I'm dead. I hate the system for making things a mess, wasting in this prison. Can we put this to rest? It's basically just, you know, kind of like, hey, can we change this? Can we not do it this way? And that's basically the song. So if you have any questions, I know that I'm really rambly at points. So if you have any questions about the lyrics or anything like that, if you want to start a conversation about mental health in the comments, that would be cool as well. We can start like a good dialogue down there. And yeah, so like I said in my other videos, I want to eventually have a YouTube channel and talk about mental health, or, you know, in some way, some form in the future. So if you have any ideas of what I could talk about, or things that you would like people to talk about, just let me know down below and I will put that on my list. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my final song in my EP. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.